We all know Ben Tennyson as the ultimate hero of the universe, the boy who uses the Omnitrix to shield the innocent, protect galaxies, and defend the space-time continuum from absolute cosmic chaos. But across the vast infinite layers of the multiversal web, reality isn't always so kind. Professor Paradox once warned us that a single altered choice, a slight shift in fate, or a deadly virus could completely rewrite a timeline. What if the greatest weapon in the universe fell into the hands of a psychopath? What if Ben Tennyson never wanted to be a hero? Welcome back to PowerVerse Explained. Today, we are stepping through the chronal rifts to explore the darkest corners of the cosmos. We are ranking the top 5 strongest, most terrifying alternate versions of Ben Tennyson. These are the variants who abandoned the path of light to become ruthless warlords, biological weapons, cold-blooded executioners, and multiversal gods of destruction. We will be scaling their unique Omnitrix modifications, their ruthless psychological traits, and their absolute destructive capabilities. If you think Ben Prime is the limit of power, prepare to witness the horrors of the alternate timelines. Let's break down the dark multiverse. All right, Ben 10 fans, can you guess this powerful alien from just his silhouette? Take a close look before we reveal who it is. We kick off our countdown at number 5 with a variant who isn't biologically Ben Tennyson, but carries his exact genetic makeup and an even more dangerous intellect. Albedo. Originally a brilliant Galvan scientist and the chief assistant to the creator of the Omnitrix, Azimuth, Albedo's downfall was driven by pure arrogance. He believed that a mere human teenager like Ben was completely unworthy of wielding the universe's ultimate device. In his quest to prove his superiority, Albedo built his own copy of the Omnitrix. But because the original device was hard-coded to Ben Prime's genetic signature, the moment Albedo activated his copy, his DNA was forcefully rewritten. He became a perfect mirror image clone of Ben Tennyson, stuck in a human body he absolutely despises. What makes Albedo a high-tier multiversal threat isn't just that he has access to the same alien roster as Ben. It is his massive, hyper-advanced Galvan brain. Albedo understands the core mechanics of the Omnitrix on a fundamental scientific level that Ben Prime could never comprehend. He bypassed Azimuth's security protocols to build the Ultimatrix, a revolutionary gauntlet that doesn't just transform the user, but forces the alien DNA through a simulated million-year evolutionary war zone. This unlocks the devastating ultimate forms. When Albedo transforms into Ultimate Humongousaur with biomechanical missile launchers, or Ultimate Echo with devastating sonic doom discs, his destructive output skyrockets past standard planetary levels. However, Albedo ranks at number 5 because his psychological instability is his ultimate flaw. His intense burning hatred for Ben Prime and his constant cravings for Earth's fast food often cloud his strategic judgment. Yet, a villain with the face of Ben Tennyson and the brain of the smartest species in the galaxy is a living nightmare that almost brought the plumbers to absolute ruin. At number 4, we travel to Dimension 24, a brutal post-apocalyptic wasteland where resources are scarce, law does not exist, and survival belongs only to the most vicious. In this timeline, we meet Mad Ben. Unlike Ben Prime, who was guided by the heroic lessons of Grandpa Max, this version of Ben grew up under the dark, corrupting influence of Maltruant and Vilgax. He completely abandoned his humanity to become a tyrannical, power-hungry warlord who rules his dying planet with an iron fist. During the Omniverse multiversal war, Mad Ben proved to be an incredibly tough opponent for Ben Prime and Rook. He doesn't just rely on alien powers, he utilizes heavy, weaponized, apocalyptic vehicles and commands a legion of scavengers. His sheer ruthlessness and lack of a moral compass mean he will gladly destroy an entire city just to eliminate a single target. He is a king built on bones, proving that without a guiding moral light, the Omnitrix can easily become the ultimate tool of universal oppression. Mad Ben's personality is a terrifying mix of a psychotic punk and a tactical dictator. He treats his subjects as expendable slaves and uses his alien transformations to enforce pure terror. His Omnitrix reflects his violent nature. It is modified with sharp defensive spikes and glows with a menacing industrial orange energy. When Mad Ben transforms, his aliens inherit his brutal warlord aesthetic. His forms, like Mad Way Big or Mad Wrath, are covered in spiked armor and built purely for hyper-aggressive, close-quarter combat. He doesn't hold back his power for mercy. He fights to execute. Moving into the top 3, we cross the line from standard villains into pure cosmic horror. Enter Benzaro, the patient zero of an undead universe. In this dark alternate timeline, a mysterious, highly contagious zombie virus swept across the Earth. Ben Tennyson was not fast enough to escape it. He was infected, turning into a mindless, yet horrifyingly powerful zombie. He was eventually captured and locked away in a high-security asylum, wearing a heavy leather straitjacket. But a cage cannot hold a monster with a multiversal weapon for long. Benzaro is an absolute psychological terror. He speaks only in broken, distorted grunts and operates on pure, animalistic predatory instinct. His Omnitrix is completely corrupted by the virus, glowing with a toxic purple aura and leaking infected genetic fluids. When Benzaro slaps his dial, he doesn't transform into healthy living aliens. He transforms into grotesque, rotting zombie variants of his classic roster. Imagine facing a decaying Frankenstrike that feels absolutely no physical pain, or a zombie Snarrow whose wraps are dripping with a deadly biovirus. What makes Benzaro rank so high on our list is his terrifying passive ability, contagion transmission. Every single strike from his alien forms carries the zombie plague. A single scratch from his claws can turn a planetary champion or a godlike entity into a mindless member of his undead horde within minutes. He doesn't just want to defeat his enemies. He wants to consume them and add them to his spreading empire of death. He is a walking biological apocalypse, and that is why he secures the 3rd spot on our list. At the number 2 spot, we encounter perhaps the most unsettling variant in the entire database, Bad Ben. What makes this version so terrifying isn't a physical mutation or a zombie virus. It is the fact that he looks almost exactly like our heroic Ben Prime. He wears a clean dark gray jacket, has neatly styled black hair, and wields a perfectly functional, uncorrupted Omnitrix that glows with a cold, mint green light. But underneath that familiar face lies the heart of a calculating, remorseless intergalactic criminal. Bad Ben represents the ultimate scenario of a sociopath gaining godlike power. He wasn't corrupted by an evil mentor, nor was he driven mad by a dying world. He is simply naturally evil. He possesses a cold, highly calculative intelligence and an absolute lack of empathy. While Ben Prime often jokes around or makes mistakes due to his emotions, Bad Ben never wastes time. He uses his alien transformations with absolute tactical precision, exploiting the weaknesses of his targets without a single shred of hesitation. If he transforms into Big Chill, he won't just freeze you to capture you. He will freeze your vital organs instantly. If he chooses feedback, he will drain your planetary energy grid until millions perish in the dark, just to charge his own battery. He operates like a cold machine, moving silently across galaxies to build his criminal underworld. Fighting a villain who has the exact same tactical instincts as Ben Prime, but possesses a mind completely unburdened by mercy or heroic morals, makes Bad Ben a terrifying wall that few cosmic heroes can ever cross. Finally, we stand at the apex of multiversal dread. The absolute strongest, most devastating alternate version of Ben Tennyson to ever exist is none other than Eon, the Chrono Warlord. As we hinted in our previous breakdown, Eon is the ultimate tragic corruption. He is an alternate, older future version of Ben Tennyson, whose original timeline was completely annihilated by temporal anomalies. Driven mad by the loss of his world and the absolute collapse of his reality, Eon discarded his identity as Ben and embraced the dark forbidden arts of chronokinesis. Eon's power scale is completely beyond standard planetary or galactic measurements. He is a multiversal level threat. He doesn't just wear an Omnitrix. He has evolved past it, converting its core technology into ancient, highly dangerous time manipulation gear. Eon can slow down the fabric of time to a complete standstill, view the infinite branching paths of the future, and fire devastating beams of chronal energy that can instantly decay any physical matter, turning legendary cosmic warriors into piles of forgotten dust in less than a second. But his true horror lies in his multiversal crusade, the Chronal Purge. Eon travels from one parallel dimension to another, tracking down alternate versions of Ben Tennyson. He doesn't just kill them, he shatters their timelines, absorbs their unique temporal energy to increase his own power, and resurrects their dead bodies as mindless, time-corrupted chronoservants to fight in his personal army. He has wiped out hundreds of alternate Earths and defeated countless versions of the Omnitrix. He understands every security protocol, every evolutionary glitch, and every weakness of the device, because he lived through them all. Eon is the ultimate endgame boss of the Ben 10 multiverse, a god of broken timelines who proved that Ben Tennyson's greatest, most unstoppable nightmare will always be the darkness within himself. The alternate timelines are truly terrifying, showing us just how close the universe can come to absolute destruction when the Omnitrix falls into the wrong hands. From the brilliant evolutionary madness of Albedo to the cross-dimensional timeline purging of Eon, these dark variants have truly redefined what it means to be a multiversal threat. Now, I want to hear from the ultimate scaling community. If Bad Ben fought Ultimate Albedo in an all-out deathmatch, who do you think walks away alive? And which evil alien transformation would you want to see scaled next? Drop your detailed theories in the comments below. If you loved this dark dive into the Ben 10 multiverse, make sure to smash that like button, share this video with your fellow cartoon and anime scaling fans, and don't forget to subscribe to PowerVerse Explained for more epic character breakdowns, multiversal lore, and cosmic scaling wars. Keep analyzing, keep scaling, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.